Let's stop and get gas. You know, funny story, I gotta tell you. 30 years ago, I was pulling into this exact same gas station. You know, and back then I was a smoker. I'd smoke a pack a day. That was back in the 60s, 70s. You know, everybody said it was healthy to smoke cigarettes. You weren't a friendly guy if you didn't toss a cig over to your buddy, you know, when you walked up to him. But out of all the doctors and all the medical experts and everybody who researched cigarettes, gas stations were one of the first ones to say stop smoking. Who would have known? Here, let me put the torch away. There we go. Man, those torches get hot. Some dude, I don't know if it was Austin or somebody, backed into my hitch and put a little bend into it. So I fired the torch up and bent it back right here. Actually worked pretty good. We're done filling up with fuel. Put the handle back and grab the receipt. You know, there's been some rumors going around the farming community that there's some ethanol plants coming up. And if you guys don't know what ethanol is, it's basically processing corn into fuel, into a percentage of fuel. And if anybody knows basic supply and demand, Econ 101, when you have more demand for something, so with ethanol, well, we could possibly have more demand for corn, and if the supply stays the same, that means price goes up. That means more money in our pocket. Could be big, but those are just rumors around the town. You never know. So in case you guys didn't know, it's officially the next decade. The decade of 2000 to 2010, so any year in there kind of goes. So if I say Bush is president one day, and then Obama is president a different episode, like, just know anything in kind of from 2000 to 2010 goes. That's kind of how we play it off. Woo-wee! Check out those. That's a new 30 series. That's like Marilyn Monroe, but a tractor. That's a new 50 series, yeah. Or 60 series. 9560 STS. Man, that'd be perfect. It's even got a grain tank extension on the top. Dang, tell you what, if we need to upgrade that 9610, this is the combine we are going to. What's this over here? 9860. So this is the big boy. This is the big brother. The only thing about this, look at the back. It's got a short pipe. Why would you have a 9860 with such a short extension? I feel like you can't run a big draper head on it. And then what is this? 9560. So 9560 STS, 9560. Okay. The only difference I think on this, pretty much the tires, I think. This has just some, I don't know if these are 650 tires. And I think those on there, those front duals are 520s or could be 480s. I don't know. Let's see. 520s. Okay, so it's a little narrow tire. Otherwise, I think these combines, these two 9650s, are exact same combine. Hey, what? Johnson Bros? They got it all. Check this out. So this is the big Mama Jama. I was talking to one of the Johnson brothers, and they said they have this thing fully spec'd out with full weights, max horsepower, and pretty much max tires. They got all duals around it. It's got full front weights, full rear weights. Now, one thing I was looking for, and I talked to them, and they don't have on the lot, Johnson Bros, they don't have any 7930 series, but with front wheel assist. I feel like this is getting to a horse range where two-wheel drive is not as useful anymore, but check this out. It's a 7930. It's got duals, two-wheel drive, has front weights, but what's even cooler is it has the IVT transmission, which is getting popular. A lot of farmers, my buddy Dave next door says he likes them, so we'll have to try that out sometime. And then here's a 7830. And then here's a 7730. Besides, this one does not have any duals on it. But check this out over here. They also had now who would trade in, I checked the hours on this, has 100 hours on it. Who would trade this into a John Deere dealership? Somewhere probably around 500 horse. Whew, it's all weighted out, everything. Man, I don't even want to know the price on that thing. But I think tomorrow once they open up, because they're not even open today, today's Sunday, I'm going to come down and probably try to work out some things. See if I can't get a 7830 or 7930. By the way, guys, if you end up enjoying this farming series, the roleplay series, let me know by smashing that like button. I really do appreciate it, guys. So what's going to be happening in this video is we're going to redesign the whole farm. Some of the buildings are going to get wiped. Some of them are going to get taken away. To be honest, this like 90s, 80s years, I really love the buildings we had. And I really love the old style. But through the years, that's the fun part, is that you get to add buildings, change buildings out. And so we're going to upgrade a lot of the buildings, kind of go to a newer style farm, and probably most importantly, upgrade that grain bin site so we can actually use it. Because those grain bins, I can't even get the augers to work. Sometimes I'll secretly like say we got grain in there, but I can't get that to work. So hopefully we get an actual working grain bin site too. I need to be moving equipment out of here because this building is getting demolished, tore down, whatever you want to call it. I know it's sad to see it go, but it's got to go. Now, we're not going to sell the 4450. We're not going to sell the 4955. I love both tractors, and I always want to keep them around. But we may be upgrading to some more deer. For now, I'm going to park everything somewhere really far out of the way, somewhere we're not doing work, and that is over at Austin's place. Now, since the past farmer who owned these buildings retired here, me and Austin picked him up. So we can use this as storage, of course. So for now, I'm going to put him here. And we also picked up more ground, so of course we're going to need bigger equipment. Not better equipment, just bigger equipment. I would really like to pick up a shop like this someday. But bigger is what I'm thinking. For now, this will be perfect. And to be honest, with all these buildings we're renting, I really don't need to even upgrade ours. I just really want to upgrade. Now, in case you guys are wondering where's the combine is at, we sold the combine. I took the 9610 back. That's something we'll work on later this year. There's a trade. We got our money for it, but I haven't chosen the new combine yet. So they gave me, I have the credits in John Deere. I just got to pick out the new combine. Do you ever have a tractor so nice and getting to be a little old that you just don't ever want to even use it? It's just too nice. I have the shed picked out, and I can tell you this farm is going to be looking a lot cleaner. Even though it looks pretty good now, it'll look better. Pretty much just going to use the 4440 to like get all these implements just away from the buildings. I think for now, I should probably run them over. We'll just run them over. Oh, compaction. We'll rip it up again this spring. Okay, dropped off the drill there. Time to go back and get a disc. There might be one more disc. Probably some other implements we got to pick up yet too. Whew. We got everything cleaned out. Besides the three-wheeler. But we got everything cleaned out of most of the buildings. So now we can tear them down. We can get going on this project. The one thing I got to do, I got to figure out how to do. And it might kind of suck because I might have to sell this house and then rebuild it and redo all the landscaping to just get these beans out of the gosh dang floor. Because they've been stuck in the floor forever. And the only thing, I don't know if I could use a landscape tool to get rid of those beans. But yeah, other than that, we're ready to go. So I'm trying to get this to work and it's kind of turning into a mess. So what I'm doing is cutting down these trees. And we actually got this building, which I didn't think was placeable. Because usually this building pack is always just it crashed my game like twice and stuff like that. I wasn't expecting to get it on the third time, but we got it. So I'm clearing these trees. And we're going to place down this gigantic building. I know usually I time-lapse this, but there's just a lot of little work to do during the time-lapse. Okay, those two are cut. Now what I want to do is take the landscape tool, bury this down, jump down the hole, cut the stump, then put the gravel back on top of it. So I'm looking at this, and I know some people are going to kill me for doing this, but, oh, this could be perfect, because we could combine both farms, technically. And I know this actually works, and the bins work, but I didn't realize how big these bins actually are, man. So what I do is just take out this entire field here, put these bins down, and then put a road through them. Oh, man, this would be, because Austin lives there. We basically have connected farms then. Let's do it. Okay, so I got this done. I think it looks pretty darn good the way it is. It doesn't look bad. I made just like a rock wall along here, and then that. The question is though, is the style getting away of the use of it? Which it might be, because like if you had to drive a truck across here, you'd have to kind of swoon wide, come around this rock wall, then come back there. But I doubt we'll be taking much equipment past there, so we should be fine. But I'm gonna get rid of this building. These two buildings. I don't want it around. We're going to get rid of them. I know it's kind of going away the old style, but that's how we're going to go for this decade. I can't sell this because it's in use. There's cows in here, and there's one cow in here, and it's Austin's cow. So we may have to do it the old animal rights activist way and set them free. Run, Billy, run! Wait a sec. I just realized this is like always here. These two things, I was trying to figure out how to sell them. I was like getting so angry. Hopefully... Maybe dropped a couple curse words, but I can't sell these. Darn it. Okay, well, let's keep this as clean as possible. Darn it. This is going to make me mad, but I can't sell these two things, so we're going to have to leave them. Gosh darn it. Whatever. Deal with what you've been dealt. So what we're going to do is all I'm doing is putting a barn up that kind of matches the style of the farm we have going. It's kind of white. I probably could have went with a darker one, but it's going to be kind of, I want something up there, and to kind of have a classic barn that we probably won't use, but it's just kind of a cool decoration to have on the farm. I thought that'd be a good idea. So now, if we just fill it all in with grass, kind of clean up around it, I got to figure out how I'm going to do this. So, okay, so here's what we have for the farm. Starts up there, the junk area, I got to figure out kind of how to clean up a little more, but it's not looking too bad. I like it. I feel like we really cleaned up this farm. We got the nice house, the nice shop, which let me show you inside. Then we got the grain bin set up, which actually adds a lot. So I think one other thing is to put another flagpole. I love flagpoles. We could put a ton more up here, but to put another flagpole right here, I think would be kind of cool. Check this out in here. So this is where we're going to store pretty much all the equipment. It's all going to go in here. Don't look at those stumps. It took me a while to figure that out. I need to stop being lazy, just grab a stump grinder to come up here. So yeah, but there she is. There's definitely a lot of small spots that need improvements that I'm going to add to later. So anyways, guys, as always, thanks for watching. And hey, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks, guys.